In this video, we will learn about how we can do the step-by-step horizontal clustering in Oracle WebLogic Server. So what is the objective of this video? So we have two machines, or you can say about two nodes. Okay, the node 1 with IP address 191.168.0.1, node 2 with IP address 191.168.0.2. And then we want to do a horizontal clustering between both nodes, so that we want one of our managed server on node 1, and then second is on node 2. Okay. And then our admin server on node 1. And obviously you will have a node manager as well on both nodes to control your managed servers. And your admin server connect with your node manager to control managed servers. So in node 1, you will have a separate node manager. It will be used to control your managed server, which is running on node 1. Similarly, you will have a node manager on node 2, which will be used to control managed server, which is running on node 2 from the admin server remotely. So this is the functionality of node manager, that it is used to control your managed servers local as well as remotely. So local means that it is running on the same node where you have your admin server, and remotely is which is running on a separate node where you do not have an admin server. Okay, basically, which is a case in case of a horizontal clustering. Now, important thing here to note is your node manager will listen on the IP address of node 1 because it is running on node 1. Okay, so when admin command issue a command to control your managed server 1, which is running on node 1, so in that case you have to make sure that your node manager is pointing to an IP address which is of node 1. And similarly, when you have a node manager which is running on node 2, so for that you have to assign the IP address of machine 2 because it is running on machine 2, or you can say in node 2, right? Similarly, for managed server, you also have to assign some listen address. Okay, so listen address is about the IP address of the machine where your node manager, or sorry, your managed server is running. Okay, in node 2, it will be the IP address, or you can say the listen address of your managed server is about the IP address of node 2. And in same way, for managed server 1, which is running on node 1, the listen address will be the IP address of node 1. So this is an important thing that you need to be considered. Okay, and this is required when you will do the configurations for your domain in case of horizontal clustering. So now the very first step when you go for the horizontal clustering, that you have to install WebLogic on both nodes on same path, right? So we have a node 1 and node 2. So let us suppose that we have installed our WebLogic server in directory OPT Oracle middleware. Okay, so make sure this path should be same on both nodes. And even this is the demo is only for the node 2 node clustering. Okay, but if you have a multiple nodes as well, the process will be same. Okay, so if you have a multiple nodes, then you have to make sure that you have installed WebLogic server on all the nodes in the same path. Now, second step, once you install your WebLogic server, you have to create a domain, right? So domain, the process is that you have to initiate the domain configuration wizard from the node 1, or you can say from the machine where you want your admin server to be up and running. Okay, so I'm sure you are aware about that. There will be only one and one admin server in a domain. Okay, and so in my case, suppose that it is running on node 1. So what I'm doing is that I am initiating the configuration wizard to configure the domain from node 1. Okay, so this was the Oracle home that we had created when we have installed the WebLogic server. Okay, and you have to initiate the script that is called config.sh in case of Unix-based operating system, and if it is a Windows, then it will be config.bat. Okay, and this will be inside your Oracle home, and then WL server, and then common bin, or it could be under WL server Oracle underscore common and bin. Okay, so you can start from anywhere. However, the common bin is depreciated now, so you can start from this wizard from the Oracle underscore common / bin. Okay, so here you can note that the directory WL server is called a WebLogic home. Okay, so the path where we have installed our WebLogic server, which was OPT Oracle middleware, is called the Oracle home. And inside that, once you will install your WebLogic, there will be another directory that is called WL server, and this is called your WebLogic home. Right. So once you will initiate the wizard, then you will get certain kind of screens for the configuration of your domain. The first one is about you have to create a new domain. Okay, so select the default option, and then default location or the domain location, you have to specify the path where you want to create your domain. Okay, And best practice is that you have to give a domain location which will not be inside your middleware home, or you can say inside the binaries where you have installed your WebLogic server. So in our case, we have installed the binaries inside OPT directory, right? OPT, Oracle, and middleware. So make sure your domain configured in a directory which is outside your Oracle home. And that is required because sometimes when we upgrade the middleware softwares, okay, we upgrade the versions of WebLogic, okay, then we have to install the new binaries. Okay, if it is not the patch version, which is installed on top of the existing binaries, then you have to install the WebLogic in a separate location, and then you have to reconfigure the domain, which will point to your new binaries, right? So in that case, your domain will be in the older location and binaries will be the new location. So if you will create the domain inside your binaries, then it could be a problem. Okay, so during the configuration of wizards, select the option create a new domain and then specify the location for your domain. And then in next screen, select the create domain using product template and then select the default template, which is a basic WebLogic server domain, which will be selected automatically. And your next screen, you have to specify the admin username and password. Okay, the default user is WebLogic, and then you can specify your password. And if you want to change the username, then you can change here. Okay, and this will be the username and password which will be used to log into your admin console. Next is about domain mode. So there are two modes for the configuration of a domain, which is development and production. There are certain differences in that, but you can see the difference here is that about development is something when you are doing for some testing purpose or for your development or some other environments, some quality testing environment, then you can configure it in development mode. But if it is running in a production environment, okay, for the live environment, then you have to select the mode as a production. Okay, so in development mode, there are certain more components are get installed with your WebLogic server that is specifically required only for the development purpose. But when it is in production, then some of the components are not expected to be there in the live environment, so it will not install those components. And then you have to select the JDK location. Okay, either you can select a JDK location with the browse option, or maybe it will automatically take the same JDK option or location which will be used to install your WebLogic server. Now in next screen, you can select the option what all the configurations that you want to update. If you want to update the name of your admin server or the port of admin server from the default port to something different, then you can select the admin server, then node manager, and then topology. Okay, so you have to select all three options here. Now on the next screen, it will prompt you for the admin server name and then listen address and then listen port. Okay, so if you want, then you can change the name of admin server. And then if you want to run the admin server on some different port from the default port, which is 7001, then you can change here. And then on next screen, you have to configure the node manager. So 12c onwards, because you have a per domain based node manager, that means if you have a multiple domain in a machine, then you can have a multiple node managers because it is a domain based node manager now from 12c version onwards. So select the default option per domain default location, and then you can specify the credentials for your node manager. Okay, so best practice is that users specify the same username and password that you have used for your admin console. Now, next screen, it is an important screen where you have to add your managed servers. Okay, so in my case, I'm going to have a horizontal clustering between two nodes, and I want my managed server on machine 1 and managed server 2 on machine 2. So I will click on add, and then I will add two managed servers, MS1 and MS2. And important thing that you have to consider here is about you have to specify the listen address of the particular node, right? So my MS1 is running on node 1, which is with IP address 191.168.0.1. Okay, and my managed server 2 that I want to be on machine 2, and so I will specify the listen address as 191.168.0.2. Okay. On next screen, you can just add and specify a name for your cluster. So this will be the name of your cluster where you are going to add both of your managed servers in the horizontal cluster. On next screen, you will see your servers on the left side, okay, and then click on your managed servers one by one, and then assign it to your cluster with the help of right arrow. It is not visible on the screenshot, okay, because I have already added there, okay, but in your case, when you are going to configure your domain, your managed server will be shown in the left side, then click on managed server one by one, and then click on right arrow, and then assign it to your cluster. And obviously, before that, you have to click on your cluster name, and then enable the right arrow will be enabled. Okay, and the next important screen about when you have to configure a machine. Okay, so this is basically a configuration that when your admin server contact your node manager to control your managed servers, right? So our managed server one will be on the machine one, and managed server two will be on machine two, or you can say node two. And your node manager, so you mean you will have a two node manager, one for node one and second for node two. So once you will configure a machine, okay, so to machine one, you have to specify the IP address of machine one. And once you will add a machine two, which is for your node two, then you have to specify the IP address of node two, right? And then if you want to change the port, then you can change the port of the node manager, but by the default, it is 5556. Okay, and then on next screen, you will see a option to assign your managed server to the node managers. Sorry, not to node manager, to machines. Okay, so now we have, in the previous screen, we have added two machines, node one underscore nm and node two underscore nm. So because we want our managed server one to be assigned to node one machine, and then we want our managed server two to be assigned to node two machine. So select one by one, and then click on right arrow, and then assign managed server one, ms1, to node one machine, and then assign ms2 to node two machine. So that's all. It's all, these are all the configurations that you are done with to define or create a domain for horizontal clustering. And next screen, you will see then option that whatever you have configured so far, and then you have to click on create. Okay, and in between, maybe you will see a few more screens, okay, to configure some different advanced options. So you just have to click on next only, or you don't need to enable all those options. Just click on next, and then you will see this screen, and then click on create. Okay, so after that, our domain will be created. Right. So what we have done so far is that we have installed WebLogic server on two nodes on the same path. And then we have initiated the configuration wizard for machine one, or you can say from node one, where we want our admin server. And then we have followed the configuration wizard to configure our different kind of configurations that we need in our domain. And then we had created our domain on node one only so far. So now your Oracle home is OPT Oracle middleware, and then WebLogic home is OPT Oracle middleware and WL server, right? So now what we have to do is that, because we have done the configuration of machine one or node one, now you have to copy the same domain from node one to node two, right? So for that, you have an utility that is called pack and npack that is shipped with the Oracle WebLogic server, okay, which is there inside your WebLogic home common bin. Okay, so with pack utility, you can pack your domain in a jar format or a jar template, copy that jar template to node 2, and then extract with the help of unpack command. And then you have to start your admin and manage servers. That means your horizontal clustering is completed. So what is the syntax for that? Go to node 1 and run the pack command with the options that I have shown in the screen. Okay, so this command will create a template with name cluster.jar. Okay, you have to copy that jar file to node 2, run the unpack command. Okay, so what it will do is it will create, or it will extract the domain in the same location on node 2, which is on the node 1, right? So that means you have a same domain location on node 1, same domain location on node 2. And similarly, just like you had a same path for the installation on node 1 and node 2, you will have a same path for the node, your domain as well on node 1 and node 2, right? So that's all. Now you have to start your services. So go to your domain, and then you can start your WebLogic admin server with the help of start WebLogic command. And to start manage servers, because we have configured the node manager, so you can go to admin console and start from there. Alternatively, you can start your manage servers with the help of start manage server script as well, which is there inside your bin directory. Okay, but since we have configured the node manager, so you can easily start from the admin console as well. So this is all about the horizontal clustering. Okay, if you like the video, then stay tuned and then click on the subscribe button. Okay, and I will come up with the 4 more videos shortly. Thank you very much for watching.